Hey Edwin, just generally speaking, this is the furthest you've personally ever gone in the playoffs. So, what is it like to kind of be at this point, one of the final four teams standing?
It's been amazing. These are like a dream come true as a kid. I saw a lot of World Series, a lot of playoff games, and one day I said I wanna be in those games. So now I had the chance to be in the final four, like you said. And it's really amazing. Can't wait to start and try to advance to the World Series.
For you, you walked five guys in three appearances in the last rounds, two batters the other night. Just what went into that, and what are you doing to maybe try and improve that control and fix it?
I think I was trying to be perfect. I think I'm a guy who attack the hitters, don't try to hit the spots. I got a good fastball, good slider. So my mentality to this series is go after the hitters. Like try to command my fastball right in the middle of miss up and throw my slider down in the sun.
Thank you.
Your next question is from Mark Sanchez.
Hey, Edwin. You mentioned the other day that in the ninth inning, in the mound visit, you were told to just throw the ball down the middle. Who told you that?
Uh, Hefner was the first one who said, and Lindor replied too because they say, ah, your ball got a good life today. Your fastball is looking good, and I just was try to hit the corners with my fastball, and that's why I get behind the hitters. As soon as they told me that, I said, okay, we do this, and I start doing it, and my inning was better.
Thank you.
Next question is from Mike Puma. We'll come back to you, Mike. Next question is from Mike Mancuso.
Edwin, how important has it been to see David Peterson help out in so many roles, especially in the bullpen now?
It's been amazing because he's a guy who we saw all season starting games, and he's been able to come from the bullpen, close game, throw multiple innings like he did last game. Like he's doing great, man. I'm really happy to have him in the bullpen. It's another arm we have there, and we can use in any situation. He closed the game in Milwaukee. He threw multiple innings in Philadelphia, and then he threw multiple innings the other night. And he's just maintained the game right there. And then when he gave me the ball, like he did a great job.
Thank you.
Next question is from Dave Lennon.
Hi, Edwin. You've been with the Mets through a couple different managers and general managers, and I was wondering about this year. It seems like the communication has been really good with the front office and with Carlos Mendoza down to the players. Do you get that feeling that everything has kind of worked well communication wise and everybody kind of knowing where they stand with the team?
Yeah, I think since spring training they start doing that, and that's something like as a player I would like to hear because I know where I'm stand up. Like I know, like they told me, as soon as I get to spring training, you are closer, you will close our game. So that's something as a player, you want to hear from the front office, from the manager, because in spring training, when you get there, you're just trying to work in teams and try to get better in some things. And they tell you, like, hey, you're doing this, you're doing that. We need you in this position. We need you in that position. That's something like a personal. I love it. Like, my communication with the front office, with Mendy, with everyone here has been great because they've been clear with me always, and that's something nice from our team.
And how do you think Mendy has been just in general communication with the players? Do you think the guys in the clubhouse it's a very easy kind of give and take with him?
Yeah, it's been great. It's been great. We all of them, even the rookies, everyone in the clubhouse. Like I think everyone respect him a lot. How it's been managed everything here. We didn't start the season the way everyone want to, but he stick with us. He trusts in us. He give us the opportunity to keep playing, and now it's paying off. I think Mendy deserve a lot of credit in that.
Thanks, Edwin.
Another question from Mark Sanchez.
Hey, Edwin. Sorry to look ahead, but the only teams that have advanced so far are you guys and the Yankees. You've been a part of plenty of Subway Series. Just what do you think it would be like, the atmosphere, if it ends up you two in the World Series?
Would be great. Would be amazing. I think the last time the Yankees and the Mets played the World Series was, I think, in 2000. So it's been a long time. Like, would if I would like to play the Yankees in the World Series, of course. But at the same time, like, our goal is take care of this series now and then see who we will face in the World Series. But to face the Yankees will be something great because both teams from New York playing together at the same time, to win the World Series will be pretty fun.
And for tonight's Padres-Dodgers game, is there any plans for you guys to get together and watch it, or what are you guys thinking for that?
No, upon personal, I would be at my house watching the game with my family. You know, I got my parents here, and I will be at home watching the game to see who win and then to see who will face next.
Thank you.
Next question is from Abby Mastracco.
Hey, Edwin, I just want to know, what do you maybe attribute some of the control issues that you've had over the last couple of weeks? Is it, I don't know, playoff jitters, or is it just not attacking hitters, like you said, trying to be too perfect? Just do you attribute the control issues to anything in particular?
I think I'm trying to be too perfect to instead go after hitter like I always do. Maybe my mentality changed a little bit, but I gotta go back to my old mentality. Like I did in Milwaukee. My first inning was a little bit shaky in Milwaukee, and then when I talked to the guys in the dugout, they say the same thing, like trust your stuff and go after the hitter. And I have a really good inning. Just I didn't do it my first couple hitter here, and then when they talked to me again, I did it. So that's something I gotta have in mind always now. I go after hitter, throw my stuff, and I will be fine.
What does it mean that Carlos Mendoza has continued to stick with you even when you've had some bad innings? He gives you another inning the next night. What does that kind of mean to you?
No, it means a lot because I'm a guy who can flush everything like quick, and I know if I have a bad outing, I know what I did bad. And as soon I done my outing or whatever, and every time when he give me the chance to go back and perform the way they want to, like the last game in Philly when I give up the 3 runs, he trusted me and give me the ball last game here at home, to get the save to pass to the other round. And that's something is big because he trusts in everyone here. He trusts me. And that's something as a player we would like to see from him.
Thank you.
Next question is from Andrew Tretnick.
Hey, Edwin, I'm just curious, obviously being a two-pitch guy, with your fastball and your slider, when you're facing a team as much as you are in playoff series, kind of what is the key to maybe adjusting your approach or to kind of keeping hitters off balance when they're seeing you as much as they are?
I think the goal is see who's coming to hit, see who I'm facing, because right now Dodgers got a really good lineup, the Padres got a really good lineup, but they got some holes too. So it depends who's coming to face. I coming to face, when they come, like I will see like how I attack them. But at the same time, I gotta stick with my strength. My strength is attack the hitter. So I will do that. I will go after them.
Edwin, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Just what are your plans for watching the game tonight? How much will you be tuned into it versus maybe ignoring it? And how much do you care who wins?
Yeah, no, I'll definitely be tuning in. All these games have been great. I watched the games last night too, and they were fantastic. So I'll definitely be tuning in and watching. As far as who we care to win, right now we like our team, and we like our team against anybody, and so we're definitely going to be tuning in, but I don't think it matters who wins. They're both great teams, and it's not going to be easy either way. But we do feel confident about where we're at and our team, and so either way, it's going to be a tough challenge, and it's going to be a good team that we're playing. But we're confident in our team as well.
separately, we just had Edwin Diaz in here a little while ago, and he was kind of talking about how on a couple of occasions here recently, he's needed maybe just a reminder that like your stuff is good, just throw it in the zone and you'll be good.
Yeah.
Why do you think, someone that accomplished with that obvious good of stuff maybe needs that sort of reminder from time to time?
Because baseball's really hard. I mean, it's at this level, the things separating the great from the good are very, very small, and they can change in an instant, and this game is always adapting. So just because what you did last year was really successful, it doesn't necessarily mean that the next year it's going to be. This game is always trying to adapt and always trying to get better. Younger kids are always trying to come up and take your spot. And so, it's one of those things where the facts don't have feelings, and we really have to adjust to the way the game is being played now. And so when Diaz in his situation, when you get knocked down a couple times, it takes a little bit of adjustment and then confidence of doing it and throwing it in the zone and finding that success in order to get that confidence back again. So baseball is a tough game mentally and physically, but it'll definitely knock you down, and sometimes you need some success in order to be able to build that confidence up again.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Next question is from Dave Lennon.
Hey, Brandon.
Hey.
I think the clubhouse chemistry with you guys is pretty obvious. I'm wondering about what you guys have found, upstairs, from Steve Cohen to David Stearns to Carlos Mendoza. You've been with the Mets for a while. What do you think's been created there? Is it the communication? Is it knowing how those guys click? Is it just a good chain of command? How do you think that's worked so far and just in their first year together?
Yeah, I mean, I think that communication is a huge aspect of that. I think you hit the nail on the head. That's something that David and Steve are really big on, is being able to communicate well. And I think that's part of the reason that they picked Carlos as well, is because they communicated really easily and well with him. And then he communicates well with the players. So I think you hit the nail on the head. I think that's a huge part of it in building a successful team. Obviously, David is extremely gifted in his expertise of building a team. Carlos is extremely gifted in his expertise of being around teams and how to get them to pull on the same side of the rope and be able to lift guys up and also challenge people in the same time. And then I think, Steve's been obviously very, very successful in creating successful businesses and doing well, has a lot of wisdom, not just from baseball side of things, but, from life and business in general. And I think you combine all of that. And you get people that communicate well in all those different directions, and you find a successful recipe. And so I think it's been a work in progress in order to get that, but I do think that the communication between them has been a key to the success this year.
Thanks, Brandon.
Mm-hmm.
Next question is from Tim Healy.
Hey, Brandon, looks like Jeff McNeil could be back if the next couple days in Arizona go well for him.
Mm-hmm.
What would it mean to the team? How would that help the team having him back?
Yeah, I mean, obviously Jeff is an amazing hitter, accomplished hitter. He has a batting title to him, and is really adept at what the playoffs are good for, and that's when you get a guy in runners and scoring position, just getting a base hit is the biggest thing, and so not trying to do too much, and he's someone that's very experienced in that, and a good left-handed bat that we could add to the lineup. But we're all going to be asked to do our part, and he is ready to do that as well. And so I think just that willingness to do your part is going to be the biggest thing here. We're all trying to just pull on the same end of the rope and help us get to the end of the road, with a World Series, obviously. And so anything that we're asked to do, we do. And, that's kind of the team model right now. So, excited for him and feeling better and possibly being able to add to this lineup and to this team. But obviously want him to be feeling well as well. So anxious to see how this goes with the Arizona Fall League and how he's feeling down there.
And separately, with 3 days between the division series and championship series, how nice is it to have that break?
Yeah, we've got some guys that are definitely healing some stuff up, and it's October, and so it's always nice to get that time. I think the part that you have to be careful with is with that time off, it is not letting that little break kind of create like this sense of relaxation, and so trying to make sure that you're still getting your reps and seeing high velocity stuff in the cage, and if guys need to go see bullpens or whatever, but kind of just keeping the rust off, I think is the biggest thing, because we've been able to play high intensity games all the way to this point and not get too many days off in between for that. So it's definitely awesome to get the time and great for the injury side of things. But we also need to make sure that we're staying mentally focused and that we're, trying to treat these reps like game reps and trying to, keep the reaction times and all that as quick as possible so that, we can hop right into game one and not miss a beat.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Next question is from Mike Mancuso.
Hey, Brendan. With few exceptions, the team defense has been significantly improved, I think, from last year. How important has that become, and especially now as you get into the next round?
Yeah, I think it's a huge part. It was something that David highlighted real early on, in spring training and even beforehand, was talking about how important defense was to this team and to success and overall, longevity. And so I think it's a huge part of the success that we've had. You look back at Tyrone's play where he was able to play that ball off the wall and throw Bohm out at second base. And you just think about what a momentum turn that was. The Phillies, could have had a double and a guy in scoring position right there. And instead it's turned into an out and, nobody on base. And so you just kind of look at plays like that. And obviously you've seen Francisco, all year long and the plays that he makes. And Mark's been making amazing plays, backhanded, amazing throws. And, Pete's been scooping it over there. And we've just really had, amazing defensive play, like you said. And I think without all of that, you're not in the position that we're in. And so I think it's extremely important. And, we're definitely harping on that and definitely trying to keep focused on that.
Next question is from Laura Almanis.
Hey, Brandon. I know that the Yankees clinched yesterday. Just being in this environment in New York, have you noticed a shift in the vibe or just the reactions that people have, approached you with, and what's that been like?
Yeah, no, I mean, I think it's amazing that we have, two New York teams left, in what will be the last four. New York has always seemed like a baseball town to me. And so the vibe that's going around here right now is unbelievable. And definitely feeling, the high that the city is on. Haven't had too much time to go into the city and enjoy it. We've been, busy playing and, getting back and recovering and everything. But just from what I see and what I hear, I mean, the city is loving this, and we just couldn't be happier that our fan base is enjoying this, and it's well deserved, and we think that our fan base is the best, and so we are just ecstatic and glad they're enjoying this with us.
Next question is from Disha Thozar.
Hey, Brandon, just after you guys clinched, Steve Cohen said he wants to slay the negative Mets fans' perceptions. Just how far do you think he's come in changing the organization's culture in that way since buying the team 4 years ago?
Yeah, I mean, I think he's made a huge impact on that. I know that was a a big part of things when he, you know, first acquired the team. You know, he wanted to change that, you know, the other team in New York kind of, you know, persona. And, you know, he wanted to turn this organization into a world-class organization that people wanted to be in and around. And, you know, I think he's done an amazing job at that. He's put the right people in place. He's, you know, watched and listened and made actions that have spoken louder than his words. And, you know, he's tried it a few different ways and has kept learning, you know, along the way. And I think he's come a long, long way in 4 years. I mean, I think this is something that would usually take a lot longer. And he has made, you know, great decisions along the way. And like I mentioned earlier, I think he's put the right people in the right places. And so, you know, for this organization, we're looking to continue to build on this. This is a great step forward. We're in no way finished yet, but you know, I think that he's only looking to continue to improve from here.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Next question is from Mike Fitzpatrick.
Sorry, guys, meant to lower my hand there. Brendan, you touched on it with the Yankees and the vibes in the city. I'm good on that. Thanks.
Awesome. Thank you.
Last question is from Andrew Tretnick.
Hey, Brandon. Obviously, it's been a pretty whirlwind 2 weeks. And obviously, you had been in the playoffs in 2022, but hadn't had success. I'm just curious kind of what lessons you've taken from the last 2 weeks, whether it was, you know, late in the regular season or through the first 2 rounds of the playoffs that you can kind of carry the rest of the way.
Yeah, I mean, you know, going through these times, it brings, you know, experience and a little more wisdom, and you know, just going through these situations helps for the next time that you go through it, right? So, you know, 2022, you know, obviously we didn't finish the way that we would have liked to, and so you take that and you say, you know, okay, so you know, what about whether it's my, you know, my attitude, what about my work, you know, what was going wrong there that, you know, we think could have done better. And, you know, for me, I kind of looked at it and I, you know, said, you know what, I think I wasn't really having as much fun as I should have, you know, towards the end of it. It started to be an expectation to win rather than when we were winning, I was going out there just trying to take care of everything that I could control, being very prepared, and then going and playing and having fun and enjoying the competition. And so for me, I highlighted that, and towards the end of this season, whenever I started to feel myself kind of making things bigger than they were, I would just go back to, you know, that, you know what, prepare, do everything that you can, have, you know, all the confidence in the world in what you've done to prepare for this game. And then when you go out there, just go send it, go have fun, you know? And that has led to more success for me than saying, oh, I got to get it done right here. I have to, you know, pressure situation. This is when the big guys rise or whatever, all that bull crap is. It doesn't work for me. And you kind of got to go through trial and error, you know, in order to do that. And so, you know, for me, it was getting back to having fun and, you know, obviously preparing in a way where you're trying to prepare for every situation, and be very confident in that. But then once you get out there and you've done all of that, you go send it and you go have fun. And I think that was one of the biggest lessons that I learned that's helped in our success, and at least my personal success, you know, here later, and been trying to pass that on to other guys as well.
Apologies. One final question from Dave Lennon.
Sorry, Brandon. I wanted to get one more in. Just based on what Laura said, I know you guys saw the Yankees have advanced, and I know you guys have a lot of work to do, but only because you play the Yankees during the regular season in a Subway Series. Could you imagine, as pressure-packed as those games are during the regular season, could you imagine if you played the Yankees for like everything with everything on the line?
Oh, it'd be amazing. You know,
Yeah.
the city would be, I don't even know what the city would do, man. It would just almost explode. And it would be amazing. You know, so definitely, if it comes to that point, we will enjoy the heck out of it, and it will, you know, it will be an amazing time to be in the city, and to be a part of these two organizations and see who wins. But obviously, both teams have something that they have to take care of before, and that's a big something, you know, in the ALCS and the NLCS. And so we're going to be focused on that, and we're going to not let our minds drift to that. But you know, it would be a blast. There's no question about it. Like it would be, you know, a dream kind of scenario. So I would enjoy the heck out of it, and it would be a story that you would tell for, you know, for the rest of your life. But you know, we definitely have a big obstacle in the way, and so we're going to be focused on the NLCS for now.
Brandon, thank you very much for your time this afternoon.
Thank you.